blades cut through the dark. Here come the ninja sharks. Ninja sharks attacking the night. Quick as lightning out of sight. Fighting evil in the waves. Ninja sharks so brave.
You know, sometimes AI just gets it right on the. That song's just perfect. We're back, broadcasting live from across the ocean, merry old England. It is our good friend Ed, Shades of Vengeance, once again to talk about another new product. Our favorite person to interview, because he's the only person who lets me interview him. And he's here to talk about a card game. This is a Adapt. I think we talked about this briefly last year.
We
or
did.
Did I dream that?
No, we probably did. I'm not certain, but we probably did, because here's the thing about Adapt. It's actually been in the form I'm about to show you for 5 years.
Okay.
Right? So I finished the cards. I worked with the wonderful artists and the graphic designer, and we got everything done. And then I did nothing with it because I just didn't.
Stuff. Yes, life and whatever.
Life happened and things. And so
yeah.
Now here we are, 5 years later, ready for this rather interesting card game. And we're going to do a first for us as well, which is I'm going to try and show you a demo of the card game, and we'll see how that goes.
I think with this type of medium, it's best to just talk people through it. The Kickstarter is live. There's a link in the description. It's already surpassed its Ed's usual $600 thing. So if you guys don't know, Ed doesn't do online stores much, so everything's through his the Kickstarter first, and then the Shades of Vengeance store afterwards. So please support the Kickstarter or check out Shades of Vengeance, because I mean, there's Ninja Shark shirt. I gotta get me one now.
Who knew, right?
I mean, I wrote a song for it, so I mean, it's. I feel like I'm its great granduncle. All right, so this is Adapt. It's a card game. Is this your first card game, or have you done others?
It's not actually. I've done a number of others. I did Champion of Earth. The reason I'm going to show you is they're also all available on the Kickstarter. So I did Champion of Earth, where you fight one of the last 6 heroes to defend the Earth from an alien invasion. But the aliens, you see, they've worked out that they always lose whenever they invade. Usually because like teenagers with attitude or something.
Yes.
So what they did is they raised the undead and brought forth creatures from the shadows to assist them.
Okay.
So
Plan 9 from outer space.
I mean, it was absolutely not inspired by I sat down and watched Plan 9 from outer space and went, that seems logical. Let's do that.
Yes. What is Plan 9? Raise the dead. Yes.
So you get to use a whole bunch of different weapons, from like the brick to the assault rifle duct taped to a drone to a nuclear bomb. You know, you get all kinds of different weapons, but whoever gets the most enemy kills at the end is the winner. You can also play solo and see if you can just beat the alien invasion alone.
Yeah, cool.
Fun. So that was my first game. My second game was, I'm still going, was Evil Overlord. And it's sort of like a half sequel to Champion of Earth, in that for some reason, TM, the Earth's defenses have been destroyed. And now you, as an evil mastermind, would like to take over the world. The problem is that you have an army of minions.
Oh yes, we are very
who won't fight on the same side. So you've got undead, you've got creatures, you've got Dark Elf Empire, you've got robots, and they hate each other and won't fight together. So you have to go down to the evil minion market, which is definitely a real thing.
Yes,
and trade your minions with the other evil masterminds to create the best army to take over the world. And become the evil overlord. This is a really fun game because it's 5 minutes of actual playtime, and you can just trade cards with each other completely blind, until you have enough of the same kind that you go, "Yep, I'm done," and then you work out your army through the mechanics at the end.
Cool. Sounds fun.
It actually takes longer to explain this game than it does to play it.
Wow. Okay, that's the perfect game then.
Thirdly, we have Era Survival Colony. Now, this one is about when I created Era Survival, which we spoke about only recently,
yes,
I had a bunch of players say, "Oh, it's so easy to run a town. Why are all these mayors so dumb? You know, these town leaders. Why are they all so crap at it? You know?" And I'm like, "Fine. You run a town for 8 turns. You survive 8 turns, and I'll agree with you." So that's what this game is. It's kind of got Dead of Winter vibes, but you play against the deck rather than each other.
Okay.
Cooperative 1 to 4 player game where you just have to survive Gaia. That's all.
Run your towns and not
and
die.
Then finally, there have been a few expansions for those as well, but this is the final card game. It's called The Internship, and I wrote this with a recruitment agent who worked with me at conventions. And you are an intern at a big tech company. And you have to outshine all of the other interns so that you get the one job that's available, right?
Cool.
So you have your hand of cards, and some of them are, if they're revealed, then you instantly get fired. So on other negatives on you. There are some which are attacks against other players. There are some which are just of benefit to you, and there are some which like end the turn right there. Like it's very English based. So there's a tube strike. Tube strikes, for anyone in London is very aware of them. When there's a tube strike, everything grinds to a halt. No one can get to work. All the buses are brimful. So the turn just ends at that point if there's a tube strike. But basically, you play against the other interns to try to be the last intern standing.
Oh, okay. Sounds like a TV show we once had over here.
Yes, it does a bit, doesn't it? What a coincidence.
Well, how weird. Weird.
Yeah, an amazing coincidence. So those are the 4 card games I already made. And in fact, The Internship was made after Adapt was made, but it came out already.
All right, so that brings us up to the 16th of the 2026 to talk about Adapt, which is a card game about adapting, thus Ninja Sharks. So how do I adapt an adaptation?
Yes, Adapt is about alien space cadets. I once upon a time, and in fact, I think this was the reason, it was a long time ago now. I think this was the reason I made the game. I had a colleague who referred to me as a space cadet. Because I always had my head in the clouds, right? I always had, you know, I was thinking about other things other than work a lot of the time in my lunch breaks and so on. So anyway, she referred to me as a space cadet. And I decided that if you were to have space cadets, and we're talking a civilization sort of similar to Earth in 1969, right? We are ready to send people to the nearest, in this case, I think of it more as a planet rather than the moon, but it's kind of that kind of level, right? And so you've got the Adapt agency, which is all about ensuring that only one astronaut can go. So whoever goes to space is ready for it and doesn't, die, right?
Yeah.
Now, the thing is that these aliens are sort of biologically mutational. So rather than having a spacesuit, they actually adapt their body to survive.
Okay,
right?
I think there's a movie like that, wasn't there? Yeah, okay.
Probably, yeah. It's actually, in a lot of ways, it's kind of inspired by Darwin from X-Men First Class, who...
Oh, yes, he did not get enough screen time.
No, he didn't get enough screen time, but sort of that's the kind of thing I'm talking about, where, you'll adapt your body to survive. So in this game, in fact, I'm gonna point down here for a second. So in the deck, this is what you will get. You'll get the rules. This is the rules booklet here. It's not huge. Doesn't need to be. It's a pretty simple game. You'll get 4 potential characters. Oopsies. You'll get Armin. You'll get Headley. Oh, trying to get them all the right way up. This is Headley.
He's ahead.
And they're double-sided. Because as you take damage, you'll rotate the card and then turn it over. You'll get Darwin.
Yay, Darwin.
Gee. It's almost like I wanted to, do a reference. And you'll get Allegra. And you'll notice that I am hilarious, so I've named all these, arm, head, leg, and then Darwin.
Yes.
So you'll get 4 characters. We'll use Allegra for this example in a moment. You'll also get a bunch of environments that they might have to survive, right? I haven't shuffled these very well. Oh well, never mind. So basically, all of these environments can come up, and they will need to survive them, and then you will get some arms and legs. And you'll see on each of the arms and legs cards, there are the environments that they let you survive, right? So the way you play is very simple, and in fact, you can play it solo. So I'm just going to move the rules out of the way, and we're going to try and do this. And I can only barely see the screen, so we'll see how we're doing. I'm going to move the environments out of the way for a minute. And what you get is you start with 3 cards, 3 body part cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I've got, I'm just going to try and pile them up here so you can see them. I've got deep ground anchor legs on the edge here, which let me survive hurricane and lightning. I've got spring legs, boing, that let me survive earthquakes and lava. And I've got material conversion arms that let you turn one material into another, that let me survive deep snow, freeze, and meteor. So I might decide that right from the start, I'm going to play some cards. I'm going to start by playing my arms on Allegra here. There you go. And then I'll put the legs on there as well. Right?
Awesome.
So there we go. So that's what Allegra currently looks like. And then we turn over. Let me move that over a bit, looking at the camera. Right? So then we turn over our first environment, which is flood. Well, the good news is actually I missed. I also get to draw a new card each turn before I turn over that. And I forgot. Sorry, my bad. So none of these will let us survive flood. So that's a problem. But I did draw this card here, which is the rocket arms, which allows me to survive flood. So in order to avoid damage, I will switch out. And I will put my rocket arms on and take off. Hover above the flood, allows me to survive. This gets discarded, the arms I had before, and I've survived. So if you're playing with multiple people, they all have to find their own way of surviving the flood, or they take damage. We'll get to damage in a moment. I'm sure I won't do very well. So we still have this card in our hand, the deep ground anchor legs, and I now have a new set of legs, speedy reaction legs, which let you survive lava, lightning, and meteor because you can flash your way out the way. So the flood is done. Let's move out the way. What's next? Lava. So fortunately, my spring legs already let me survive lava, so I'm good. Again, we're only playing 1 player, but if you have 2 players, then you'd need to make sure you survive as well. So I'll take another card. This time I've got gravity control arms. I'm very sorry, which lets me control meteors, high gravity, or vacuum, so I can survive those. So I've only got 1 set of arms and I've got 2 sets of legs. Let's see what's next. Hurricane. Well, nothing I have right now can do it, but I do have the deep ground anchor legs, which let me survive the hurricane. So I'm going to discard my spring legs over here and go for the hurricane. All right?
All right.
So I'm good. I'm fine. And I've gone down to 2 cards again. So you're only allowed 3 cards in your hand, but I still only have 2. I've not had more than 2 yet. So I'm going to add a new card. This time I've got fireproof legs. Whoopsies. Lava and Inferno is what they will let me survive. See what we've got this time. Radiation. Oh dear. Uh-oh. Well, I don't have anything in. I've just as a reminder, I've got these in my hand. Whoopsies. Let's try and do that. I've got these in my hand. Nothing to survive radiation with, and I've got nothing on Allegra now to survive radiation with. So unfortunately, Allegra takes damage.
Okay.
And it's as simple as you just turn the head round like that. Now you'll notice there are 3 hearts there. And if you look closely, she's got a cut on her forehead now that she didn't have before.
Ah, okay.
So, unfortunately, radiation gave me damage. Now,
right.
I can draw another card, but I'm only allowed to have 3 in my hand at a time. So let's have a look here. I've got Flood, Inferno, and Vacuum on this new air storage tank legs card that I've just drawn. However, I've got Flood and Vacuum there, and I've got Inferno on the fireproof legs. So my feeling is that I discard the new card because I've already got that. So I'm already okay. Now we turn over, and I've got Earthquake. I'm pretty sure... No, I'm wrong. I don't have anything that would have let me survive it. I also don't feel silly because my discarded card wouldn't let me survive it either. So I take damage once again, going down to 2 health.
Ah, okay. I see.
Right? And again, she looks a bit more injured. She's got that head wound now and the cheek wound as well. Lovely artwork here. It was absolutely brilliant working with Lorinda to sort of bring these characters to life. So with us down at 2 health, we are in some trouble. Let's see how we go. Flood. Oops, I forgot to draw my new card. I actually drew Water Control Arms. Liquid form arms. Liquid form. But I can already survive a flood, so it doesn't matter too much. It's not actually a very helpful card. I do have 4 cards, so I'm going to have to discard something. The Liquid Control Arms let me survive Sandstorm, which nothing else I have actually does. I might replace my rocket engine arms, in fact. With the liquid control ones. They don't let me survive vacuum, but I've got something else for vacuum. So I think I'm going to go with that.
Okay.
I'm okay with flood, so that's all good. And then I draw a new card. This is the affectionately known as the Terminator legs. The tough skeleton. Meteor, High Gravity, and Earthquake. So once you actually get lots of cards, you have to start really thinking what you want to keep. I've got Meteor, Vacuum, High Gravity, Meteor, Lava, Lightning, and Inferno and Lava. But I can survive Inferno, so I think Inferno and Lava is going out the window because I can survive that. Let's see what we get. Inferno. So I'm fine because of the liquid form arms. Another new card. This is Thermal Generator Legs. They keep you warm in the cold. Deep freeze, deep snow and freeze. I have nothing to escape those, so I am seriously considering. Ooh, this is a hard one. Freeze. Yeah. So this is good. These are all good cards. I've got all good cards now. So now I'm in a bit of trouble. I can survive lightning, meteor, but not lava through other means. So lava is a risk. High gravity, meteor, and earthquake. I've got meteor another way. I don't have high gravity. Oh, I do have high gravity and meteor. Earthquake is my problem. Do I think earthquake's going to come up again? I could sit here and deliberate for a while, but I'm going to discard my tough skeleton. I might regret this. I might well. Lightning. So I'm already protected thanks to my legs.
Okay, so now you draw another running card.
Exactly. This is an interesting one. Acidic atmosphere, radiation, and sandstorm. This is one of my favorite legs, one of my favorite body parts, actually, because it deals with all of the 3 really rare environments. And sometimes that's just really, really useful. I can survive sandstorm already. I cannot survive radiation. And I cannot survive acidic atmosphere. I think it might be time for my lightning legs to go away. Okay. They've been very useful, but I still have the super fast legs if lightning does come up. I think I'm going to play these. No, I take that back. I'm going to play my super fast legs, in fact.
All right.
That's what I'm going to go with, which allows me to turn over, and we have high gravity. So I do have a plan for this. I've got my gravity control arms still. But now I'm down to only 2 in my deck, which is unfortunate. In my hand, I'm very sorry, which is unfortunate, but, you know, that's the way it is. But that allows me to survive the high gravity with the arms. So that goes away. That does mean I get a free draw, which is thick skin. Acidic atmosphere, radiation, and sandstorm. So that's actually the same as the repair nanite legs, plus some other stuff. So I'm gonna. Oh no, I can keep that for now. That's fine. I can just keep it. So hurricane. Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Anti-M.
I don't have anything. So Allegra's on her last legs.
Oh, poor Allegra.
And ears. So, oh dear. That's a risky one. I get another new card. This time it is Density Shifter Arms. Deep Snow, Flood, and Hurricane. Well, thanks. That's useful. I'll discard the thickened skin legs. I don't think I need those right now. Acidic Atmosphere. Well, that's all right. I've got my nanite legs. Come on, get out of there.
Awesome. Okay.
There we go. So my nanite legs have kept me alive.
Mm-hmm.
And another new draw. I've got weighted legs, which helps you against an earthquake and a hurricane. So if another hurricane comes along, I actually do have an answer. But that's a flood. So good news is I do have the density shifter arms, which protect me from flood. So I'm all right. Bad news is I just lost my gravity control arms. Oh well. So that's flood. I've got another draw. I've got the alkali sprayer arms, which are good for acidic atmosphere, deep snow, and freeze. I've got another flood, but I'm okay because of the density shifter. That's 2 floods in a row. That was mean. We've got polarity control legs. Lightning and vacuum are what they protect from. So I'm going to discard those. That might be unwise. I mean, time will tell, but I don't have anything to defend against them, but I also don't have lots of overlap right now. Meteor. Oh, dear. Splat. Splat on Allegra.
Oh, poor Allegra.
And Allegra dies. The end.
She will be remembered on the wall of Adapt.
So the way when I'm playing solo, the way I measure it is I count the number of environments I survived. So let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13, lucky for some.
Uh-huh. So that's 13 points.
So I've got 13. So can you do better solo? And obviously if you're playing in a group, whoever survives the longest is the winner.
So it's last man standing or who survived the most.
Exactly.
Environments.
Exactly. So it's actually a very simple game, but it's got a lot of charm to it. I heard you laugh when I first put the arms and legs down. You know,
That's
it
cute.
makes the. I thought that was a lot of fun as an idea.
Yeah, and I think it's cute. I'm sure it's something kids can play. So
yeah, I mean, it was actually designed as something for kids, and then I played it with a bunch of adults, and they loved it. You know, and I'm talking about Oxford and Cambridge graduates. You know, like people who are seriously smart. And they absolutely loved it. I intended to market it as a kids game. But they adored it. They just absolutely loved the idea behind it.
It's simple. It's $12 plus shipping.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be upgrades where you get other games as the add-ons.
Yes, add-ons for other games. Yes. So if you want to get Evil Overlord or Champion of Earth, they're available on this Kickstarter. Both of them are good fun games. One of them requires 3 people, but both Adapt and Champion of Earth can be played solo if you're like me and you have no friends.
Hey, I have no friends.
Well, there you go. Perfect.
Even unless the cat counts. All right. Thank you very much for talking to us about Adapt. What do you got coming up next for Era? Or are you gonna take a break?
Let me have a look at my little magic list here. Let's have a look. What have we got? Yes. Next. We've got quite a busy year this year. I will say that. We've got Era Marsscape next.
Era Marsscape.
Which is my Doom-inspired game.
Okay.
I've just been preparing the the Kickstarter assets for it. It's great fun. And fun fact, which I know you will appreciate, and the watchers of this will appreciate, the background for each page is an actual photo of Mars.
Oh, okay, cool.
From the Perseverance rover.
Oh, yes.
So we went on NASA's website, and we hopped through, and the background of every single page is a Perseverance rover shot, which you're not even going to notice unless you're really looking for it. But that was a lot of fun. Era Marscape is about demons appear on Mars. Humanity's colonized Mars. Demons appear, so you make a squad of super soldiers to fight them back. Not one Doom guy, but multiple.
Yeah.
And the idea is that you work as a group. It's all about squad tactics, and the weakest of you is the one that defines a lot of the things. So keeping your teammates healthy and ready and ammo and all the rest of it is a huge part of this game. It's not just looking out for yourself, right?
Yeah.
It's also got some new ideas relating to initiative. There are multiple different stages of initiative within this game. So that is coming to Kickstarter as soon as I've fulfilled Adapt. As you've seen, I've got the deck. This was a trial one I did a while ago. It's got a nice clear box, but the real one will have a tuck box, as shown on the Kickstarter. As soon as Adapt is done, there's no reason at all that I wouldn't move straight onto Era Marscape, because that is already finished. It's ready for you guys. I think you're going to love it.
They do.
It's even got, I added in both a session generator, so like a mission objective and side objectives and so on, but also a facility generator. So like you roll a dice and it'll tell you, right, it's this room and it's got this many bad guys in and blah, blah, blah. You roll some dice and you get those answers.
Yeah, I'll have to send you the link to
build out you could almost think of it like building out the Space Hulk in the Warhammer game. I'm a huge fan of Space Hulk. I have been for years. And building out the Space Hulk was always one of the fun things to me. So yeah, you're going, okay, well, I'm the GM. I'm going to build out this huge facility. I'm just going to keep rolling until I run out of time, or I think it's big enough or whatever. So loads of tools for the GM, lots of really interesting. You as a player have an ammo level, and that affects your initiative because that affects your morale. Right? You have a team leader that can go, we screwed up that morale roll. We'll re-roll it. You've got a specialist who is like a hacker or a medic or whatever who can help you, right? Maybe you need the door open, hope you have a specialist hacker. Maybe one of you gets injured, hope you have a specialist medic, because they're the only ones who can help. There's heavy weapons experts. There's what I call a breacher, which has melee weapons to run up and at the demons. So yeah, Era Marscape, good fun. Then after that, a little later in the year, I am desperately hoping that I will get Titans of Era finally finished. Titans of Era is my miniatures game. And,
miniatures! Yay!
I've had the miniatures done since the 5th anniversary of Era of the Consortium. This is a Zimian from Era of the Consortium. And what happened, the reason I made the miniatures game was I went to a convention and it was awful. It was terrible. Practically no one turned up. And so I was sat there for 3 days with nothing to do. And I had my miniatures. So I made a miniatures game because I was sat there doing nothing. So that's coming a little later in the year. I've also got plans for some other stuff as well, but I don't want to tell you it all right now.
No,
because otherwise you won't be surprised.
I need to be surprised. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need something to look forward to.
Absolutely.
All right. I just speaking of Doom, I just sent you a link to Sandy Peterson, the guy who designed Doom.
Right,
So
brilliant.
maybe you could trade a few emails with him and see if he has any insight that he might want to share.
Wonderful.
So he's on the cesspool that is Twitter, but as you can tell, the wonderful symphony of the 37 gardeners that my place that I live employing is about to begin. So I'm going to let you go a little early, Ed, because soon I won't be able to hear anything you're saying, because of course they hate the trees where I live. I don't know why, but they're here every freaking week, killing the trees and killing the bushes.
Well,
the joys of living in an HOA.
indeed.
So
Indeed.
thank you, Ed. I'm definitely looking forward to picking up a copy of Adapt. I'm going to do that right now because card games are much easier to organize than role-playing games and much more family friendly.
Especially when you can play solo. That
Yes.
really helps.
All right. So,
you can
thank
practice
you all.
until you're perfect.
Practice until I'm
then
perfect.
Play with your family so you can.
I've made the perfect version of Legola or Hedula or Armula. So thanks to everybody who took time out of their day to listen to me and Ed talk. He's one, I love Ed, that he's always willing to take time to talk to me. We share the same sense of humor and the same love of the game, and his nonstop creativity is inspiring. Thank you, Ed, for everything. Thank you.
Well, thank you for having me.
Guys, for check it out. Link down below in the description if you want to pick up this game. It's like $12 plus shipping. Plus, there's a few other games you can get. Definitely feels like it's worth it if you've got a little one or it's raining or whatever. That's about it. So till next time, I will talk to y'all later because it's about to get unbearable. So see ya.
And teeth and steely eyes, no one's gonna see them strike. Silent justice from the sea, ninja sharks set us